that was some technical. Now that wasn't even technical difficulties. That was me dumbing out. I actually saw that I needed to plug in the battery and then plug it in. I don't know what I was thinking. But that was good conversation right there. As people were saying, how they see black people, the definition of black people. And one thing I was noticing is that it appears to be that a lot of people are taking their definitions of different people. You know, we had the same thing when we was talking about Hispanic people and Latin people. You know what I'm saying? Where a lot of people are taking their definitions from the dissatisfied. All on a business, say in physics, the color spectrum, black is listed as dominant, or in other words, the absorption of all colors. Absolutely. But it appears that most people have bought into, you know, the bad guys wear black, black cats is bad luck. You know, they appear to have bought into those definitions of what it means to be black. New Black World Order, I'm sure you would disagree with those definitions. You know, I think there's also some what they call perception bias. D. Stewart, peace. There's also some perception bias in some Shaquem, peace. Shah Master, sincere born Asiatic. Yeah, I dumbed out. I don't know why I didn't plug my battery in. Shah Master said black is beautiful, black is sweet. Black is something that can't be beat. I grew up with that. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, other people, they've allowed the dissatisfied to define, you know, what black is. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes you have perception bias and confirmation bias. And what I mean by that is that, you know, you can highlight a person's failures, right? And make even a successful person seem like a failure. You know, just like you can highlight success and make somebody that's not really all that seem like a star. You know, that can happen. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, when you going around, and you know, we've always had, you know, this narrative about us. You know, all of us. You know, when I say all of us, I mean, you know, each individual group of indoctrinated black people, right? That was indoctrinated together. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was indoctrinated together with us in America, right, then you might have a certain image of black people. You know what I'm saying? That's built strictly on, you know, Africa being all jungle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the idea wasn't presented to me when I first started learning about Africa, that Africa is multiple climates from the equator all the way to the Arctic regions. You know, South Africa is not that far from the South Pole. I'm not saying it's cold, but the weather down there has an effect on the southern part of Africa. Universal said, "What's better than the original?" Alfonso Brown, what's going on? Supreme Man said, "I understand, because the mind state of a lot of our people is in the 1950s. Look how Negroes caught bias. Cavs versus Warriors was sickening. We supposed to be way past that." Yeah, I actually wasn't aware of that, but as soon as you said it, I could see how, that could easily manifest itself. But yeah, we can't allow, because see, that same thing can happen with our lessons. If you allow them to define your lessons as pseudo-intellectual, or, because you can't show and prove it, if you allow other people to start putting that narrative and then you start to believe it yourself, then all is lost for you. Eli says this is an all-night session. Now, we ain't going all night tonight. All on the business said true lies. Yeah. Allah is real. Peace. But with all these things, new black world, yeah, man. But these things spill over into more than just blackness. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, in terms of, they impose their way of life and their mentality and their nature on other people. You know what I'm saying? Like when they put everybody on their timeline, right? Everybody's on the Gregorian calendar. Pope Gregory and his scholars weren't around for things that occurred by the original man, trillions of years before he existed. Don't make me put the crying Jordan face up, Alfonso Brown. When Sadiq say he on his way to the J.O., True 120. True 120 is new. Peace, God. Where you from? But see, once you allowing them to define, everything for you, Supreme Man said it was online heavy. I even heard sportscasters joking with it. We are divided crazy on some Willie Lynch. Whether or not he existed, that formula is working, yeah. Yeah, we divided heavily, I just, that's one of those ones where I would think that pin would be pulled. I would think that pin would be pulled, you know what I mean? And more people are of the mindset that, it's a function of how much you politic with the devil. Master said, whoever defines your reality controls your behavior. Yeah. True self, peace. Yeah, whoever's, if they defining what everything is and what it means, what is good and what is bad. True 120 said he's Bronx born and raised, however reside in Orlando, Florida. Apologies on breaking the cipher. Alright, let me come in and say peace. What part of the Bronx you from? ALI said they try to control the narratives, yeah. And that's what happens, when you pick up on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, the guy Bernie Madoff, right? I was reading in the paper how he's trying to appeal right now to get out on early release because he's sick, right? Now the same things we saying, it worked positive for him. See, like right now, if he was like, let's just look at the amount of crime he did. The amount of crime he did was like 100 years of street dirt. Wouldn't have equaled to the amount of money that he stole. But because he did it with a suit on and some specs, and he used a pen instead of a gun, right? The perception worked out differently for him. You see what I'm saying? Whereas you could be another type of person that's perceived a different way, and for stealing a soda or, allegedly selling cigarettes, you could be killed. That's what the narrative is all about. And when you got people all around us that have been exposed to that narrative, so they feel like they got reason to fear you and they got weapons on them, then your life is even in jeopardy by that. Especially if you believe it too. AllahChrist said that's why your mind diet is important. See, what they talking about is ideas. K Black Seed Supreme said it ain't what you do, but how you do it. ALI said, right, there's levels to this. First they snatch you out the car, then they kill you. True Self said, True 120, we must understand that those who live in this hatred and savagery don't see us as a man. Anybody here, I know a lot of they not all over the planet, but anybody here that's familiar with Hasidic Jews, right? Anybody here that's familiar with Hasidic Jews? Do you know why they all wear black? Supreme Man said, hence the term white collar crime. 27 negative definitions for black in Webster's. Matter of fact, what white mean your flag? What white means on your flag? Anybody? So that's two questions. So that's two questions for the room right there. Does anybody know what white means on the flag? And does anybody know why the Hasidic Jews wear all black? Knowledge born. This must be two good questions. But now we would have had a host of answers. All right, now Silver Fox, I'm not even gonna let you answer this. This is the time you're supposed to just listen, Silver Fox. The two questions, Knowledge Born, is does anybody know why the Hasidic Jews wear all black? And what does white stand for on the universal flag? Israel, I'm gonna let you say that one. Supreme Man said, why would deception be in your flag if it's the holiest and greatest universal flag of Islam? Knowledge Born said the white is for the culture seed. Universal flag reps all human families and no deception on our flag. Now we coming with some heat. Truth could break right through who, Silver Fox? Allah's real said that black to gold is much knowledge, where he or she is not, where he or she is, and navigate through it. See, the Jews, the Hasidic Jews, wear all black is because when they were being persecuted, they used to have to wear black. That was the meaning of a Jew. And then eventually, they picked it up as their own tradition. So you clear on that now, Silver Fox? Silver Fox must have disappeared. So what's going on out there? We ain't got no other questions? Might keep it short on the God Day. Asiatic God mathematics. There's science to that indeed. Shakim said he got a question. True 120 said, I'm trying to understand the black clothes of Jews. As for the flag, I was taught the deception. We are what? We are navigating through. Asiatic said, I don't see how white can have any significance. And I was born said, everything else is a derivative of the original flag. Silver Fox said, I've seen some papers by a person named Sham God that stated that honestly, if I'm spelling his name correctly, is God in the mathematics the same as God in the alphabet? If so, how? If not, why not? Very good question. Y'all should be able to get this one, my high scholars. My high scholars out there. Um, where did you get these papers? These marvelous papers that you seem to have been reading over the course of whatever time since you've been exposed to this knowledge, Silver Fox. All on the business said there's only one God. True self said yes it is. 22 minutes behind, catching up to get all the proper context. That's 793rd. True Self said, show and prove. He said, show and prove that they the same. True Self. You got those papers from the clouds of deception, Silver Fox? Is that what you're saying there, Silver Fox? That you got those from the clouds of deception? Shaquem said my one question never shows up. You must be asking something Leo Cohen don't like. You must be asking something Leo Cohen don't like. Silver Fox, you go check your papers all you want. You ain't gonna come back and get no different answer. All on the business. Let me see. Elaborated some here. Supreme mathematics is the universal law and order. Supreme alphabet all start with a degree. The God degree is God. Supreme mathematics is the universal law and order. Supreme alphabet all start with a degree. The God degree is God. I'm not exactly clear on what that means. Supreme Man said clouds are made of water. What are we? Clouds are made of water. What are the deceptive qualities of water, Silver Fox? What are the deceptive qualities of water, Silver Fox? Asiatic God Mathematics said the clouds don't represent deception. The blue sky does. Stocky, you said finally, but I still don't see the question. If somebody saw the question, type it again from your thing. Maybe I'll see it. probably went through on your side. You been talking this black man God stuff at your job or something? Got Illuminati all on you. You go down to the job, let them live. True self. So they both give definitions to who and what God is. All on the business. You don't say what's today's degree in the supreme mathematics, because supreme mathematics is the language in which we decipher or break down the degrees, starting with the supreme alphabet. Wait, what can't you believe, Shakim? Oh yeah, that's your, yeah, I don't know what's going on. If anybody else saw Shakim's question, type it in so I can see it. Dallas boys, I don't see it either. That's crazy. They don't want you to know, man. Everybody's saying they didn't see it. You must be asking some extreme Illuminati stuff. Got all your Bibles stacked up. In the pocket. Silver Fox comes back. Silver Fox, where did you get this stuff, first of all? Before you're allowed to spew this into the room, where did you get this? Where did you get this, Silver Fox? Why are we acting like what, Silver Fox? Like, why do you think that the title of the book and the author is on the cover of every single book? Why do you think that is, Silver Fox? If we're just acting a certain way, how come everybody else acts like that too? So we're just asking you, where did you get this? No, we're not saying you're not adding on. What I'm saying is, where did you get this stuff from? Because look, if you got all this stuff, why you don't got the real knowledge? Like, how come you read all the lessons, everybody reads all the lessons, and only thing y'all pick up on is the whatever y'all making controversy of. But if we ask you something simple like what Asiatic means, you ain't got nothing on that. S. Reed says, if water has any deceptive qualities, I would say that it can evaporate into a fine mist that's hardly detected. Nothing deceptive about that. Darkim said they see everything else too. Silver Fox said conceal the true and living God. What's this here? Alphabet is the beginning stages. Oh yeah. Alphabet means beginning stages. Alpha and beta are the first two letters of the Greek alphabetical order. Asiatic God says Supreme Man. The blue is a deception because there's no blue up there. It just appears that way. Out of all the information that you have provided, I don't see how all these oh man. K Black Sea said, out of all this information that you have provided, I don't see how all of these cats can question the fact that the black man is God. Supreme Man S. Reeves, anything that deals with the five senses is a form of physical. So being that you can see, hear, touch, and feel, and smell water, there is no deception. Guaranteed. The front cover says, the history and designing of our flag by Universal Shamgar. Right? And the front cover, what is the front cover of what? Is it a book? Did you buy it on Amazon? Did you buy it on Amazon? Well, All on the Business said maybe he saw it in a book. What Silver Fox is saying sounds like something from the Universal Truth newspaper as far as what he read. Rebirth Art said, math is law, alphabet are principles. Math can't be changed to conform to a person's thoughts or ideas, but alphabet can. Silver Fox said the white background symbolizes the clouds. Well, Shamgar is not correct. Supreme Man said, Asiatic, I just described how it works. Etheric gas reacts off the prism of light on your retina. All right, Silver Fox, here's the thing. Who are you? You don't know what you're talking about. Like, you've got to come to grips with that. That we're not, listen, speaking to us, man, is like speaking to the head of the medical department, man. You're not speaking to just somebody that's in the emergency room with you, and you just casually speaking on medicine, man. You gotta understand, like, you're not speaking. It may seem like that because we comfortable, man, and we speak the same language. Me and other people in the room, and you see how we just going back and forth, and you might think we just speaking about things. You bought this stuff out of Parliament in the 1990s? The Parliament where? All on the Business, math can apply to you as an individual. Wisdom is swift and changeable. That's why we ask how you see today's mathematics from your point of view. See, the issue I think you keep having, Silver Fox, is that you're trying to pick out this sensational stuff. Like, if you remember that, and you still got this paper from the '90s, do you still got 120 lessons from the '90s? And Silver Fox, do you have 120 lessons left over from the '90s? Shit, flag without the 8 points, son. Oh man. No, no, Silver Fox. You speak on things that need clarifying to who? You said Silver Fox says he speaks on things that he think needs clarifying. To who? If you don't understand something, ask a question about that. And when you speak on these things that you feel need clarifying, right? How come you never answer the questions about the things that we know need clarifying with you? See, let me explain something to you, Silver Fox, what you need to do. First of all, what's this name Silver Fox? What does it mean? Because that's a whole other issue that might be my fault. What does Silver Fox mean? Why'd you pick that name? K Black C said, from my understanding, if we take all the mystical, magical stuff out of the word God only means first. Supreme Man said to Asiatic, I see what you're saying. However, an optical illusion is something seen as something that it is not. Blue is what we see because it has been defined as such. If we are speaking Spanish, it's azul. Yeah, I must have had some other deep side conversation. But that's you know, that's something, man, for everybody to take heed to right there. That in that way, uh, Silver Fox is being a teacher. Of what not to do. Like how many people saw a law will manifest in the last class, and was actually proud of a law will manifest. Because he was in control of himself. True 120 said, I agree, there is no deception in water. The optics are picking up what is being displayed. Just as water is fluid and changeable, so is God. You don't want to be too changeable. You want to still be Remainable. Yeah, why you pick that name Silver Fox? Come on, let's step it up. Because I'm gonna get you the onion list from the troll army. Yeah, Shakim said the God is slowly maturing with the knowledge of self, meaning the law world manifests. All right, see, Silver Fox, what I'm saying? I didn't ask you where you got it from. I said, what does it mean and why did you pick it for yourself? True Self said he was doing the knowledge. Yeah, you saw a law world manifest. He was much more in control of himself and you know, even what he manifested was wiser than how he usually manifests. You understand? I said when I saw a law world manifest, I thought it was someone else. Remarkable. Yeah. So you know what that means? Is that somewhere deep down inside, he is actually the Father. Because he knew what he did wrong. And when he came back, he corrected it. That's how he had to learn that lesson. See, Silver Fox, you went and found your paper and came back faster than you answering this question right now that should be in your head because it's your name. See, this is the type of thing, remember when you was in school, you know what I'm saying, and you might get a bad grade and your mom said, well, how you know all this other stuff and you don't know that? How you don't know your schoolwork, but you know this over here, you know that over there? Silver Fox said, for me. All right, Silver Fox, this is what I'm going to tell you. Silver Fox means an old, slick person. A fox is an animal with savvy. You know what I'm saying? They hunters, but they not all big. They not all fast. They hunt with wisdom and savvy. And they outfox people. Silver, that's when your hair is turning. So what I'm telling you, man, is that if you an old guy, that you just, you acting like you don't understand, you need to stop playing. And if you're a young guy, you need to get that old mentality out of your head so you can learn. But see, I suspect that it's the first one. That you're an old slick guy, right? And that's why you didn't answer the question. See, let me tell you something, Silver Fox. Mm-hmm. I'm the Grand Inquisitor. See, it's playing with you. See, you want to hold, Universal, whoever wrote this lesson, whoever wrote that, you want to hold them to the exact. That was the word you used. the exact words that they use. But then when I ask you about the words you using, you start telling me some stuff ain't got nothing to do with what I asked you. This is an example of how not to be, y'all. No. Silver Fox, you said because you can't answer 20 questions at a time. First of all, nobody asked you 20 questions at a time. I asked you two simple questions that was related. What does Silver Fox mean, and why did you pick that name for yourself? People on here have asked me what my name means and why I picked it. You've seen me in the classroom. You've seen me in the classroom if you watch these videos telling people about, the importance of picking the right name and what it means to them. So I'm asking you. I'm not asking you nothing that's high powered, that's way over there. I'm not asking you stuff that you need to know 120 to know. This is stuff that I've communicated with people that don't know anything about what we're dealing with. If you see my class, right, you've seen that, I'm fairly good. I'm decent at introducing this knowledge and what it's about to people. Oh man. Hey, true self. If I had some kind of what's your name? If I had some kind of some type of awards, I gotta get some awards or something. So when somebody says something fantastic, like True Self just said, I could give one to True Self. The True Self, you hit that on the head, man. It's only one place we could go. It's only one place we could go from here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me on Silver Fox. There's nothing wrong with your screen. This is how I am when Silver Fox comes on. Let's see. You gotta let me talk too long now. What's this? Alright, caught up now. Knowledge Born said, I commend the fact that he didn't run and hide. He stepped up to the plate. I was skeptical because he was definitely out to lunch that night. Oh, you talking about Allah will manifest? Yeah. Supreme Man said, indeed, however, the consistent color of a clear day is blue. Those other colors are a deviation of the norm. What something consistently does defines it normally. Some places in the world are normally dark during the day, during the winter, from all on the business. Normal is swift and changeable. Knowledge Born said, I had a bike called the Silver Fox. It had a banana seat. I thought it was, a banana seat. What do we call a bike with a banana seat? Knowledge Born. Mad old school. Owning business said natural is normal. Asiatic guy, just look out the window. The sky is black. Outer space is black. It only appears blue during the daytime. It's deception symbolically speaking. See, y'all got a new black world order started, man. Only deceptive to the blind eye, says all on the business. Yeah, true self. Out of all these comments, I caught that one from true self. Supreme Man said, it can be, however, it must be a standard to measure normal or the abnormal won't exist. The sun is the standard of light. Okay? Wise ruler, hesitation brings about doubt. Asiatic God, if something is blue, it will be blue all the time. Silver Fox said, you asked me where I saw this white background, meaning the clouds of deception, and you saying it's false, but I'm confused because he's the creator of the flag. I just like the moniker. Nah. Nah, you ain't just like it. You ain't just like it. See, that's what I'm saying. How you holding us to the letter of the law on what it says in a paper that you bought 25 years ago? You bought this paper 25 years ago, Mr. Fox, sir. Mr. Fox, you bought this paper 25 years ago. But I'm asking you about the name you're using right now, and somehow this is the tough question. All on the business said that's like saying light is deceptive. All on the business said no, something that's blue can change colors. Chameleons, for example. Flowers too. Let me see. Y'all going in. This that building right here. Nature changes color, but it's all light. Shaquem said, if Silver Fox is in Harlem, why don't he just come to the school? Ain't no Harlem. Talking about. There's a Harlem IP address or something? There's an IP address that they call Harlem? The sky is not blue. It only appears that way because of the sun. The sky is black. This is why the blue is deception. Oh yeah. If the atmosphere is full of small drops of water in a fine mist, they all act as reflectors, a gillion tiny little prisms. That's how you get rainbows. Elijah spoke on this as well. Supreme Man said to Asiatic, now you change the dynamic from day to night. What color is the sky at night? You can't tell because the etheric gas is powered by sunlight. Your retina can't fully react to the darkness. Supreme Man said the sky is not blue at night. We know the water is transparent, so therefore there is no deception. Supreme Man said, Sean, prove that. Asiatic said, Supreme Man, if the sky was blue, and you're saying that O3 is blue, ozone is not blue, all it is gases up there. Silver Fox said, stop it. Stop what, Silver Fox? Mr. Fox? Mr. Fox? Are you texting from the nursing home? You know it's supposed to be lights out over there, Mr. Fox. Or we talking about the sky, not a chameleon. Don't change the subject. Don't change the narrative. Silver Fox said clouds are foggy. Clouds are foggy, Mr. Fox? Indeed, the droplets reflect the light from the sun like a prism. Like a prism. Clouds are foggy. Hold on. Jason Rosario in the building. Okay. Let me catch back up. Elijah was speaking on the blue from the American flag. All on the business is saying. All on the business. Silver Fox is speaking on the universal flag. Yeah, he need to go speak on the American flag. Now it's born said the sky don't have no color. The sky is filled with tiny particles. Space is colorless, just like the space between two people. Silver Fox said, anyone, so you telling me there's no cloudy days, and when it's cloudy, you can see clearly. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Yeah, I see clearly, Silver Fox. Silver Fox, I'm afraid you've reached that age. You know, people keep asking me, what's the age? What's the age that you can't get the knowledge no more? Silver Fox has reached that age. He's reached that age. Like Silver Fox, you don't have, you too old, I don't know, you don't have 35 to 50 years left to study that long. So you might as well just come clean. You might as well just come clean and learn the right way. It's not wrong. Look, what was the brother's name who born day was today? The brother who born day was today, he's older than me. There's nothing wrong with that. Some of the greatest people of all time is older than me. But I can't teach them. Hey, Allah in the building, say doing the knowledge. Supreme Man says, see, we teach keep it, we teach it real, keep it simple. When you see the sky is blue, if the sky is then what color, when we see the sky is blue, if the sky is then what color, then what color is that right before the rain on the normal rainy days is the true color of the sky during the rainfall. This, I don't know how this was typed, but what he's saying is that uh, is going through the science of normal being the consistent state of a thing. Whatever is the consistent state of a thing is what is the normal stages of it. You know what I'm saying? And he's using another example of during the day when the skies are different colored, but that's not consistently what it is in terms of what his point that he's making right here. I hope y'all young brothers doing the knowledge. It's right here. I'm doing the knowledge. What's happening? I gotta stay up. I gotta stay up with the comment section, man. Y'all going in tonight. You're going into that go. Mm-hmm. All right, so now we back. Asiatic God mathematics said Elijah said this in Theology of Time. Now, one said, yeah, you confusing sight with vision. Asiatic God said, page 11. All on the business said, I have the paper Silver Fox is speaking on. All on the business. It says what he says about the white backdrop of the flag. LOL, true self. Once the brain began to prune, just adding on, said all on the business. My knowledge is sound though, all on the business. He mentions the sky having no blue. All on the business, I read that also. New World Black Order, the short answer is sunlight reaches Earth's atmosphere and is scattered in all directions by all the gases and particles in the air. Blue light is scattered more than the others because it travels. It travels as shorter, smaller waves. This is why we see a blue sky most of the time. Supreme Man said, let's deal with the retina and ether that makes color prominent. Colors exist for a reason. The sun is black. However, how does it appear to the naked eye? Colors are the different vibrations of light. Speed and the vibration makes the colors you see. Y'all brothers is serious tonight. Wait a minute, somebody said something back here. I wanted to say something about that. Oh yeah. See, listen. The point is, right? You know, you can have the paper, anybody else can have the paper. The point is, Silver Fox doesn't know what he's talking about. See, no. Don't ask nobody what they got to say, Silver Fox, until you tell us your real age. Tell us your real age, man. Who you went to high school with, man? You was in high school with Maxine Waters. You was in high school with Maxine Waters, Silver Fox. Supreme Man said, I see what you're saying. However, I'm dealing with what you see, not the theory of what you see. All on the business says vision means to have sight. Supreme Man said, you say colors we see, so they do exist then. Wise ruler said, with the naked eye. Yeah, New Black World Lord, he went to high school with Maxine Waters. What kind of young man take a name like Silver Fox? Talking about he just liked the moniker. Yeah, right. You too exact and precise in your questions. You too exact and precise in your questions. I was about to call you Real Records. What's his name again? Silver Fox. So you too precise in your questions and too vague in your answers. Silver Fox said, I can't say anything to you. Everything is a lie to you. No, Silver Fox, you haven't said anything. You haven't said anything. It's been a while now. It's been a while. Well, I just asked you, look, why'd you pick that name, Silver Fox? And what does it mean? So you telling me you don't know what Silver Fox mean, you just like the way it sounds. So if you found out that Silver Fox just meant something, just totally against your morals, if it's just something that was just totally against your principles, if you found out like, oh snap, that's what Silver Fox mean, would you change it? And I'm saying, what are you doing here with us, right? What are you doing here with the people that analyze everything so that we can know if you just got a name just because? All on the business said, Silver Fox, I agree that the document exists. However, Darkim's question still stands. How can you build on that but not lessons? You don't get a flag until you nod your lessons. Oh, now you adding on. Silver Fox said he liked the kung fu flicks. Which movie was that with the Silver Fox? I think I missed that one. Supreme Man said vision and sight are synonymous, but not exactly the same. Another definition of vision is to have foresight, to be able to see that which does not exist yet. Sight is seeing in the immediate now. Just because you see something is subjective to yourself and what you know, because you can't explain color to a blind person or someone who's colorblind and can't differentiate hues. Silver Fox said he's fine with the questions. So look, if you fine with the questions, then you must be fine with the answers too. Start calling you Mr. Foxman. I ain't calling you Silver Fox no more. I'm gonna call you the Greyhound. You're not the Silver Fox no more. You the Greyhound. Rebirth R says sky is blue because incident light interacts what? Incident light interacts with gas molecules in the reacts with gas molecules in the air. More of the light in the blue part of the spectrum is scattered, reaching our eyes on the surface of the planet. That rhymes, son. Who wrote that? Supreme Man said knowledge, right and exact, regardless of how the color refracts, twists, or shapes. It does not exist because the difference is there. It does exist because the difference is there. The Greyhound. Riley Scattering explains why the sky appears to be blue, but actually isn't. Can't have vision without sight, can't have sight without understanding. That's why blind people can function even though they can't physically see. Nah, you stop it, Greyhound. Hey, look here, great. Since you've been watching these videos, how many times have you studied 120 lessons? You can only relate color to some other sense they can use. Supreme Man said reverb, so acknowledge that it's blue. That's all I'm saying. Brilliant, so let's ask Blue Eyes. Silver Fox said, listen, it sounds like you don't like the sound of the clouds of deception in your flag. It makes sense to me. See, this is why you the Greyhound. You know, it makes sense to you. Look, I could go to China and hear the people say something, right? And say, yo, you know something? In my language, it sounds like you just said that. Or what you said sounds familiar to a phrase in my language or something. But going to them and telling them that, you know, oh, it makes sense to me that it means something other than what they said it is. That's why you the Greyhound. Wise Ruler said, the physical eye takes in info, the mind breaks it down. One can't see something with their eyeball, but see it clearer with their mind. You can see with your ears. That's why knowledge, looking, listening, and understanding, seeing is one and the same. You think Silver Fox is a Muslim? Yeah, Silver Fox do kind of seem kind of Muslimish. Yeah, he do kind of, yeah. He type like he got a bow tie on. He type like he got a bow tie on. Now I was born saying he thinks Silver Fox is Silver Wolf on another page. Yeah, well, at least he has sense enough to know not to come in here acting like a wolf. Silver Fox said, wait, you think because someone doesn't have knowledge of self, they have no reasoning? Okay, Silver Fox, you gotta stop. Why you keep acting like you're not doing what you doing? Why you keep acting like you're not doing what you're doing and we just making this up, like we just pulling it out of the air that you, in fact, are a greyhound. You're a greyhound. And not, you see, you gotta break this down. See, what is gray? See, like I told you, Brilliant say he's not a Muslim, he's Muslimish. You see, a hound is that's the opposite of God. That's how you talking. You can have the clouds of deception on your flag, Silver Fox, if you want to be deceived. But of course, your flag ain't our flag, so what difference does it make? Quaco, peace. Yeah. Hey, look, this how bad he got, Quaco. This how bad he got. That's how bad he got. Supreme Man said, blue eyes are a recessive trait. Now, are the seeing of blue eyes a result of the gas around the eyes reflecting this color? Or is it the etheric gas reacting with the retina to see within the prism? So the clouds are, yeah, this, come on, Greyhound. True 120 said, I disagree. You can have vision without physical sight. The mind is where creation begins. Shakir said he sounded Caucasian. He sounded Caucasian up in here, man. You better put some bass. You better put some bass in your text. You better put some bass in your text, Greyhound. You over there not going for the banana in the tailpipe. Asiatic, God said, just like the blue sky that they told us the mystery God lived there, we were deceived. I'm not the one that said Muslimish, man. Y'all said Muslimish, man. You know, I always give a shout out to the Muslims. We got Muslims in the room right now. They don't talk, they just listen. Rebirth is said, yes, I do acknowledge that the sky is blue because the sky is blue due to Raleigh scattering. Looking towards the sun, you see red and orange colors because the blue light has been scattered out away from it. True Self said, Greyhounds causing confusion amongst the righteous. Greyhound. I mean, Greyhound, I don't want to, you may think I've called you names, but if eventually I'm going to really start to call you names. I'm going to really start to call you names, Greyhound, if you keep making remarks that show the lack of intelligence as the remarks you've been making. All owner business says, what does it mean for something to be in your sight? It can be mental vision or physical vision. Quizar Quaco said, the way you teach, all one has to do is pay attention because you take it through the layers and currents to make the lesson easily digestible. Well, Greyhound, he's older. When people get older, they digestion don't work like it used to. Got indigestion. Hanif is referring everyone to the 10th degree and the 1 to 40. Quizar Quaco said, greyhounds chase a false rabbit at the tracks. Yeah, that's a lot like our greyhound. Alright, Supreme Man got coach some basketball. Greyhound. Have you listened to any of the videos that I made about what's wrong with putting wisdom before the knowledge? Just a question. All on the business that can't have sight if you can't see or understand, whether it be your retina and nervous system understanding and register the light it receives or the clear reality your mind presents through knowledge and wisdom. I wish this was after the class. And I caught that on tape. Yeah, this guy kept making statements, man. I had to put Crying Jordan back up there, man. Mythbusters. I'll bring back Mythbusters. Y'all gotta check out, hey look, Silver Fox. You gotta buy a shirt, Silver Fox. Now, what I stand firm on is none of your business, Greyhound. See, let's be clear, Greyhound. Let's be clear. Greyhound, you said you came to the rally before, right? When you came to the rally, Greyhound, right? Did you go to a law school in Mecca? We're gonna deal with your brain cells right now, Greyhound. And we're going to show you how you are phony. We're going to show you how you are phony and how your phoniness, right, is the reason you're talking out your butt. Your true self said putting wisdom knowledge, you will always get a misunderstanding doing that. All on a business says all that sight is one and the same when you're not blind, deaf, and dumb. Only the 85% have physical responsibilities and responses. So they can see rain, hail, snow, and hear thunder above their heads. But they do not understand who is causing all this to happen. No, Greyhound, it's not that we see it different. I ask you a simple question. Have you ever been to the school? True 120 says, Silverado, we are not doing the knowledge to the deception and misinformation. Knowledge born said for something to be in your sights don't necessarily have to have any vision. It can mean you have a determined idea. Yaqub had the colored man in his sights and never seen him. So you've been to the rally one time, Greyhound, right? You've been to the rally one time. Have you ever seen a picture of the school, Mr. Greyhound? I want you to go do your research right now. I want you to find a picture of the front of the school, and after you find a picture after you find a picture of the front of the school, right? I want you to come back. I want you to come back on the paper and tell me what you notice. Tell me what you notice. Now, as born said, Yaqub said he was going to make the devil. He never said what he was going to look like. Tommy Robinson, peace. What Tommy Robinson is that? No, that's Tony Robinson. Tony Robinson is my right. Tony Robinson. Or am I wrong? That's Tommy Robinson. Allah is real. We'll get back to that. Let me finish dispatching this clown. When you got knowledge of self, mental and physical is one, that's why Allah don't die. There's no separation of the two, vision and sight, that is. People that sow discord are screaming for attention. They act out to disrupt focus. They need to learn to govern their emotions and not vice versa. So we're going to still wait for this guy to come back. But Allah is real. See, the Hasidic Jews wear black because that was their punishment. Like the word ghetto actually means, literally in Latin, it means where the Jews live. Ghetto originally meant a Jewish neighborhood, and they was forced to wear black as a mark that they're Jews and they're to be treated a certain way. So, earlier, before this erupted into this high science of sight and, the naked eye and the well-trained third eye, right? Before we got into that conversation, we was talking about how having somebody define things for you, you know what I mean? Like, because we was talking about black and what it means, and a lot of people, their definitions of black came from the dissatisfied, or it came from, these ideas that we got from, the Caucasian man, of bad guys wear black and black cats is bad luck, and you understand what I'm saying? But what they did is they took a whole of that narrative, right? And so now they understand that black to have something to do with their solidarity. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how they use their different disasters, like the Holocaust or whatever. They use that to bring about their solidarity because they all been through these things. You understand what I'm saying? They're controlling the narrative. All on a business and no separation of knowledge and wisdom either. That's how devil is made. Yaqub made the devil and didn't see him. That's how he knew they would be destroyed. Allah saw his nation, vision and sight is one. Since Allah will manifest. You know what I mean? Thought they was talking about what's the name? Knowledge Born says just the mere words being different differentiates them. That don't make it separate. I would say a person lacks vision if they say vision and sight are the same thing. Now, Silver Fox, Greyhound, you said you can't find a picture of it. Then you ask what, there's no background in it. There's no white background in it. See, anybody who's come to a law school, right? If you're not a phony, see, all the people that was talking, right? I hope you never been to a law school, because when you look at the flag on the glass, no, it doesn't have a white background on it. So explain that, Mr. Greyhound. Explain that, Mr. Greyhound. So that's what I'm telling you. You don't know what you're talking about and you running your mouth. See, now you get to get taught like I get taught, like I got taught. Shut up. And I left the F part out. Shut up. Yeah, well, the side of the building ain't glass. Now you want to tell me about the side of the building. I thought you said you never came here, Mr. Greyhound. Now do y'all see how this cat is a phony? Get out of here, old man. You lucky I ain't on the computer and I ain't got none of my moderators in here to kick you out the room. So you can have the dubious distinction. I just told you to shut up and you telling me about the side of the building. You don't know what's on the side of the building. You never been here. All on the Business says can't use Yakub to show and prove sight because he made something weak and wicked. What we build lasts forever. That's how the 23 scientists in years predicted 25,000 years. In the year one predicted 25,000 years in advance and then renews it. Mr. Greyhound, I want you to explain to me why it doesn't have glass, why it doesn't have a white background on the glass. And if you can't, I want you to shut up, old man. See, you ain't supposed to get to be old being a fool, Greyhound. You ain't supposed to be able to get old being a fool. Knowledge Born said, and whom might the 23 scientists be, may I ask? Are you referring to the 23 cats that's with Elijah and Fard on the mothership? I tell y'all, man, leave my Muslim brethren alone. Or on the Business said, what's the God degree in the knowledge culture? Different is separation. That's why the devil wanted us to think we are all different, to separate us. See what I'm saying? You just a big dummy, Greyhound. You just a big dummy. You big dummy, man. What grade to you probably an educated dummy. You probably been far in school. You probably got a bachelor's degree and you that dumb. You probably work somewhere where you gotta help people, man, and like you supposed to be doing people taxes right now, and they taxes gonna be all chopped up. They're gonna have to wait like 6 months to get their return because they got their returns done by a big dummy like you. I don't have patience. Nah, not with dummies. In fact, you're not even dumb. See, people is dumb, they got an excuse. They was made that way by the devil when they was babies. You just stupid. You just stupid. You can never learn from us. See, because a wise man answers questions direct and to the point. And what does being a wise man show? That you're doing the knowledge. But what do? You don't answer no questions. Because you were sent by Yaqub and Musa. I said I wasn't gonna have no fun with these people, but he's so open, he's so loose, he's so open. He's like perfect. He's like perfect for this. You know what we used to call people? You know what we used to call people like Greyhound? We used to call them whipping boys. Like, it used to be days when I was a teenager where I would just go out looking for Greyhound just to do this to him. And the wild thing about those people like Greyhound, they would be there every time. Hold on, let me get back to this dynamic building. Y'all brothers going through the degrees, man, and all this. I like this right here, man. I like this dynamic science. Quizar Quaco said, that's what I mean. You give it to us like lettuce. This guy's crazy. All on the business said, nah, I'm building on what the lesson say. I don't believe in no mystery. Somebody trying to show and prove sight and vision with lessons, so we swinging words to sharpen them. Sight is the process of the eyes to focus an image on the retina, and vision is the ability of the brain to give this image meaning. 23 is wisdom understanding, which means to teach the babies. Why does the devil keep our people illiterate? When you teach the babies, you renew your history, and you can predict it in advance because you gave the nation a healthy, strong foundation to build on. What it says, or the earth and giving birth, is that what that says? Oh, or the woman giving birth, says Shakim. True Self says so that he can use them for a tool and also a slave. Separate and different ain't the same, bro. Read the dictionary. They may be synonyms, maybe even similes because their definitions are similar, but they definitely ain't the same. All on in business say can't focus without understanding. That's why the 85% are not focused on knowledge and wisdom and understanding. I know they are not the same. Let's get something triumphant. me catch back up. I'm connecting dots. That's what mathematics is for. All along the business. I'm using supreme mathematics to show and prove what I'm saying. Supreme math is fundamental. S. Reeve says separate is an action, and different is a state of being. All on the business. It's still the God day where I'm at, so I'm on that degree. Now I was born, you can focus without understanding. To do the knowledge means to focus so you can see clearly. That's why it's look, listen, observe, and respect. Separate is not absolutely an action, like read and read, or write and write. There goes that English language again. True self, he keeps them blind to themselves so he can use them as a tool so that he can master them. Illiterate means ignorant. He chopped that up a little bit. See, that was the other Darkim right there. That was the other Christ. That was the other Christ. That this guy, what's his name? Greyhound just make the other Christ had to come out. All on the business says thinking you're different causes separation. Separation manufactures the devil. Allah is God. My map says Allah God. My alphabet says 1 Allah, 7 is God. Now are Allah and God the same? That's semantic. Separate is an action. If so, why are they separate in the supreme alphabet? Rebirth, build on that. Oh, you decided to do the knowledge now, Greyhound. That's good too. Illiterate is also to be ill about something literate. Also, if you get a jewel, you don't want to litter it. If you get a jewel, you don't want to litter it, because that would be ill too. Asiatic says semantics is some antics. Yeah, you good with the words. I was born to add all, and that's why we have to be careful not to interject our understanding of a word into a definition. It leads to confusion. That's why you tell a person the definition. If you are blind to yourself, you are definitely blind to the world around you. Homophones is the which thing read red. gotta be careful with that. We have to separate before something is separate. We have to separate before something is separate. Then elaborate on how we see it, and the person we are building with comes to their own understanding. You can't give somebody understanding. Most certainly cannot. Well, yeah, I think we got our points. I think we got our points across. Y'all had a great cipher. Y'all had a great cipher. And with the math and all that. But yeah, I'm gonna check out right now, and catch y'all again tomorrow. I'm back on my schedule now, even though I still got some work to do. Gotta put some donuts, but yeah, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back in the pocket tomorrow. All right, knowledge born. Peace.